Dante's ready, got my coffee, I'm all ready, and so we're off to meet the rest of the crew.
Good morning.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. Ready to go on an adventure?
Yeah. My dog's being a little poop because he's whining. So we're just gonna hop on Highway 1 and go east.
Yeah.
On this day trip outside of Vancouver, we headed east on Highway 1 towards the Fraser Valley in British Columbia, Canada. The Fraser Valley district is a lot larger than most people know, encompassing more than 13,000 square kilometers. Its boundaries on the west side start at Abbotsford, the E.C. Manning Provincial Park on the east side, Boston Bar and Keepers on the northeast, all the way to the Garibaldi Provincial Park in the northwest. So our goal for today was to explore around a lake and a river pretty close to the US border, which gets extremely busy during the summer. So we thought we would head out and explore it while it wasn't that busy. Our first stop on any adventure involves finding a spot to let the dogs out to stretch their legs. They all get pretty excited in the car and need an opportunity to say hi to their friends.
Yes. Sit. Sit. Sit.
They're just so excited.
She's like, I want to meet him for that.
I haven't seen my friends in ages.
She's like, Dante, my best friend.
Oh, it works. Good job. And it doesn't make that ridiculous noise.
Nope.
No.
So
Good.
what I did was you know how I bent the steel to make the brackets? It was
Yeah.
already starting to rust. So I just I grinded it into like a round slit space shape,
Yeah.
and then I painted it.
Nice.
But it took me forever to figure out how to get like this exactly positioned.
Yeah. It just sucks that the mount that they gave you doesn't work, but
Yeah. But this is.
it looks good,
I'm happy
man.
with it now.
Is that condensation inside the light bar or
No, I
outside?
think it's just on top of it.
Shall we load up and get out of here?
Yeah.
I had a Polish friend once, and a Czech one too. Czech one too.
Oh, you're so funny.
Guys, if he mysteriously disappears, I need you to be my alibi.
That windstorm, what was it, a few days ago? This is probably the result of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's usually a good idea to carry a chainsaw when going out on adventures like these. With a permit, not only are we able to gather our own firewood when camping, we can also clear the path in case a tree has fallen on the road or a trail. The weather in the winter can be unpredictable in the mountains. Many people see Vancouver weather and don't realize that Vancouver is just a tiny corner of British Columbia, and the rest of BC can get lots of snow very quickly. Even 2 hours outside of Vancouver is enough to find tons of snow, as you may have seen in one of our previous Squamish Valley videos. Our adventures often take us to roads and locations at high altitudes, so we personally find it best to be prepared at all times. Regardless of the weather, one of the first things we do when we get on a dirt road is air down our tires. All right, so let's air down and then get a move on. So because there's no snow, I think airing down to 15 psi is
I could have been working on my my grill today.
good. You could have, but you're out exploring.
Instead, yeah.
And there's mountains and waters
There are those
and lakes and rivers. Airing down has a few benefits when off-roading, regardless of rain, snow, sand, or rocks. Fully inflated tires make contact with the pavement, and very little of the contact patch actually provides traction at the bottom of the tire. With air-down tires, more of the tire touches the ground, thus providing more traction.
It's not working.
It's not working,
No.
so you probably don't have the core out enough. So push it back in.
That's not going back in.
So wait. Relax. So you just have to push it, back in, and then unscrew the core even more. You see that? You hear that? You can hear it and you can feel it, but it's not screwed out fully. So you gotta push it back in and screw it out. Another reason to air down is what I call the balloon effect. A fully inflated balloon is easy to pop, sometimes even with a fingernail. A deflated balloon, on the other hand, is more flexible. So this balloon effect is especially noticeable on rocks, since your tires can flex and change shape and wrap around the rocks as they go, providing more traction and making it harder for the sidewalls and the bottom of the tire to pop. So we're aired down, right? Yep. And we're ready to go explore. Look at these rocks, though. Woo. That's pretty close to the road there. Woo. Isn't that precious?
Alright, let's turn around and head up.
Yeah, time to go home. Approximately 134 kilometers from Vancouver, this particular Forest Service road follows along a beautiful lake. The road is approximately 10 kilometers long until it reaches a gate, which prevents people from accidentally driving into the United States. However, there is a sandy little beach on the south side of the lake which is still accessible by foot. This lake falls under the Chilkoot tribe's traditional territory, which covers over 95,000 hectares of land in southwestern BC. And this lake would tell us many stories if only it could talk.
I finally know how to live without hurting myself. I think that I am moving on cause I do feel less broken. I needed a sign and this is the sign that I'm hearing.
I love these little waterfalls that you always see on the way down, right? It's really nice. Like this one.
It's not my fault, you know I had to walk away. It's been 5 years and not one of us has changed. We say we're trying, but we just stayed the same. And the truth is, I think we're better off.
This is why we get out and explore. The breathtaking views, the calm water, the snow-capped mountains. The Hudson's Bay Company first recorded a trail to this lake in 1855, improving on what they called the Indian Trail, which joined 9 Indian villages between Vedder Crossing and this lake. By the early 1920s, the area turned into a large-scale railroad logging operation. Then in 1938, a massive fire destroyed the rail operation, and then truck logging began. Then, in 1942, a British company of military engineers established a small base at the south end of this lake. Finally, in 1973, the 9,258 hectare area of this land was designated as a provincial park. Now, this scenic lake is popular for motorboating, canoeing, kayaking,
what?
swimming,
What do you think
and
of this
fishing.
lake? Isn't it?
It's very clear.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite lakes. Mostly because of the beautiful view and then how crystal clear this water is.
Okay, where's the stick? Where's the stick?
Well, that was cute!
Just like us, our dogs are from all over Canada. The white husky, named Dante, is a Cameron through and through. I adopted him about 8 years ago in Yellowknife, Northwest Territories, where he was in a difficult situation to say the least. Rocky, the darker husky, is Jordan's dog from Sherbrooke, Quebec, and Kaya is Krista's BC born and raised puppy.
You shall henceforth be known as the beer wench.
She's like, no, I will not.
So this spot isn't as off-roady as we usually do. Are you sad that we came here?
No, it's nice. Great spot for a little picnic, little day trip.
Yeah. You can't camp here, but still.
You mean a beer stop? Great job! Great spot to have a beer on a Saturday afternoon.
Sponsored by Fuggles and Warlock.
This is my favorite beer. I drink it all seasons. I drink it for breakfast. I drink it for lunch. I drink it for dinner.
I may
Drink
have
it
a problem.
after dinner. Yeah, I may have a problem. Sponsored by Fuggles and Warlock.
Okay, so she's not sponsored by Fuggles and Warlock.
My alcoholism is.
After some much needed relaxation and silliness, we headed out towards home. But the adventurer in us spotted a Forest Service road not marked on our GPS, headed up to a mountain. Naturally, curiosity got the best of us, and we had to check it out. This Forest Service road gave us the opportunity to turn our vehicles from high 4 to 4 low. My vehicle is a 2003 4Runner Limited V8. This means that it only provides you the option from changing from high 4, which is 4-wheel drive at a higher gear, to low 4 or 4 low, which is the opportunity to drive in a lower gear with 4-wheel drive. Jordan has a V6 2003 Limited 4Runner. The difference here is that it has the choice between driving in 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive low. The 2-wheel drive option is useful if you want to save gas. However, I find the power of the V8 quite useful as well. Going into 4 low gives you the opportunity to put more torque towards your tires. More power allows easier crawling up the hill and around the rocks. I also locked my center differential, which is a stock feature that comes in the 2003 4Runner Limited series. This means it provides equal power to the front 2 tires of the vehicle as the back 2 tires of the vehicle. Normally, only 40% of the power is directed to the front 2 wheels and 60% is directed to the rear wheels, which is considered all-wheel drive, not 4-wheel drive. So to truly get 4-wheel drive, the center differential has to be locked.
Okay, you think you turn around before it gets dark?
Yeah, it's 3:40 now. The sun is setting now.
Alright, we're down to go back to the highway or up and head home.
Cool. Well, we found a pretty cool view.
Yeah? You want to camp here tonight?
No. We could, but not really.
Unfortunately, in the winter, the sun sets really early in the day, around 4:15 p.m. So we decided to turn around and enjoy the view that we had. Last thing we needed to do was air up our tires and head on home.
So, Jordan forgot his air compressor, so we're gonna use the same air compressor now. I like that compressor because it hooks onto the batteries. So, if you're like Jordan and you tend to forget your portable battery at home for your compressor, you don't really have to worry about it.
I do have it.
Out of battery! So the advantage of his system is that his chainsaw, lawnmower, and compressor runs off the exact same battery. So when he takes out his little chainsaw, it can be used the same way that the compressor can. And it's got auto shut off, so when it reaches a certain air pressure, it turns off automatically. Whereas my air compressor, you keep after turning it off to check what air pressure you're at. What?
I have a drill, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to put there. But I don't have this piece. The latch. Like I have this latch on mine, the ones that's attached to the hood, but I don't have the latch that's attached to this. So I'm either gonna have to buy one or like figure out a way to pull this while my grill is on. Otherwise, I'm never gonna be able to open my hood.
So Jordan's forever gonna live with this grill.
I'll have to figure a way to pull this forward.
At the end of the day, we usually plan our next adventure. So we'll see you for the next episode. And if you're going out there, be safe and keep the place clean.